Almost a year into office, President Muhammadu Buhari and his team have begun to give account of their stewardship to the Nigerian people as the federal government began a series of town hall meetings starting in Lagos, which sets a right to know and accountability in government. That's the focus on the program. Thank you for joining everyone. I'm Sheon Kimbale. Pleasure to have you join us on the program. So much to talk about today, but let's treat you to some top political stories that we are following at this time.
Political roundup on Channels Television. Here are your top political stories this time.
Elected local government officials in Ondo State have gotten their certificate of return after the chairman of the Electoral Commission, Professor Lubengaike, declared the results. The ruling People's Democratic Party was declared winner in all the 18 chairmanship positions. The result released also revealed that the PDP won 202 councillorship seats out of the 203 seats available, while the Allied Congress Party of Nigeria, ACPN, won remaining one seat. In Akure, the state capital, the officials were presented with a certificate which stands as the evidence of their victory at the Saturday's polls. The governor, Olusegun Mimiko, speaks about the process.
We will require the cooperation of the supervisory councillors, political leaders, and especially the traditional rulers in your respective local governments.
Men and women in Okigwe in Imo State are taking their grievances to the streets. They are asking the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to, as a matter of urgency, fix and announce a new date for the Okigwe North Senatorial rerun election without further delay. The protesters are anticipating a new date for the rerun election and are also praying the electoral umpire and security agencies to show neutrality in the discharge of their duties on the process.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Thank you for staying with us on the program. Off we go now into the conversation. Now, shall we, in a matter of weeks, Buhari's government will be a year old. The ruling APC rode on the change mantra, winning elections not only at the center, but in some critical states of the federation. After assuming office, they've highlighted areas they believe the past government have failed. But today, in what looks like an unusual practice of government, well, especially in this climate, several ministers took part in a town hall meeting with a cross-section of Nigerians. And a series of town hall meetings are expected to hold in 6 geopolitical zones and also in Lagos, Abuja and Kano, making 9 centers that are in the works. The series of the town halls began in Lagos, and here is an highlight of what the engagements are.
You will agree that the first railway contract in the modernization policy was awarded by our former President Obasanjo, and that is the railway from Lagos to Kano. The next one was awarded by President Goodluck Jonathan, and that is from Lagos to Calabar. In all these, there were agreements with the Chinese government that will have counterpart funding of 15%. We did not fulfill this agreement. The only place we tried a bit was the Kaduna, Abuja, which is yet to be completed, and we're working extremely hard to ensure that between June and July, we'll commercialize that rail line and to start services. That will reduce the challenges of production, that is to convey goods and services between Kaduna and Abuja.
I'm happy to say a few days ago, for the first time in 7 years, we commissioned the crude supply pipelines, both in Brass, from Brass to Port Harcourt Refinery, and from Escravos to Warri Refinery. The effect of this is absolutely dramatic. We're presently pumping crude through the pipeline to Kaduna, and Kaduna will be back on stream by the end of next week.
I acknowledge also that we are in a results-driven business. And perhaps today, results are measured by, in my ministry, how many roads have been finished. How much power do you have? How much housing can you get? Now, those results are not yet delivered, but I assure you they will be delivered. Now, but some results are becoming evident to us in government, and they may seem intangible to those outside government, and I understand that. And the results of clearly understanding why we are where we are. Should we continue to do what was done in the past if it hasn't solved the problem? Now, ECN, the precursor to NEPA, PHCN, was, I think, inaugurated by ordinance in 1950. So that's 66 years. Why hasn't the problem been solved in 66 years? Why did we inherit it? And so I am looking at some of the things that have been done well, some of the things that could have been done better. But I will summarize the power issue simply in one word. There is not enough power. 5,000 megawatts for 170 million people odd is just not enough. The solution is delivering more power on an incremental and a sustained basis.
The administration has decided to plug all financial loopholes through the Treasury singles account, into which a lot of money has accrued so far. Funds that ordinarily would have gone into private pockets are now finding their ways into the public treasury to be used for the benefit of all of us. Also, over 30,000 ghost workers have been discovered and weeded out, saving the government billions of naira.
The Investment and Business Forum, we signed, I think, maybe about 7 agreements, and we had at least maybe 10 or 20 other agreements that there was not time to sign during the meeting, some of which we then signed subsequently. China also committed to train hundreds of our people, 600 people new at least, in scholarships. And why that is important, because this is something they emphasized during the trip, is the learning effect, the demonstration effect. You know, Nigerians were quick studies. We learn very fast. I'm excited to know that China has invited Nigerians, because of the trust and the relationship that is building, into their country. We've been going there anyway, but it's getting increasing high-level government endorsement. And you can imagine how much experience and wisdom our country people will bring back.